Come on in. 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 Welcome to you. Today we're talking about how empaths awaken the Kundalini energy, how narcissistic abuse suppresses your Kundalini energy, and how waking up from narcissistic abuse brings you to no resonance with this. So come on in. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, and come on in. And let's begin. Let's begin. So first of all, there is a fundamental misunderstanding about what happens to an empath after narcissistic abuse. And it's important to realize that what happens to an empath after narcissistic abuse is not simply psychological recovery, and it's not simply emotional healing. It is the reactivation of a suppressed biological system in you, followed by a phase transition in your consciousness and perception. And if completed correctly, this culminates in a state that very few people can articulate with precision. This is how you get to know resonance. And to understand this, we must first understand everything connected here. First of all, the nervous system is the body's primary information processing infrastructure. The nervous system is the body's primary information processing infrastructure. And it consists of your central nervous system, which is your brain, and your spinal cord. Mind you, your spinal cord is where your Kundalini is, right? Which is what we're talking about today. And it also includes your peripheral nervous system, which is where you sense things and your motor pathways are. So functionally, your nervous system regulates your perception. Your nervous system regulates your emotion. Your nervous system regulates your movements. And your nervous system also regulates your internal state, homeostasis. So the key concept here is the nervous system determines what you experience as reality. Did you hear that? Your nervous system determines what you experience as reality. And then when we go deeper, you go into the endocrine system in the nervous system, which operates through chemical messengers, your hormones, which are released into your bloodstream. And the key glands in your endocrine system include your pineal gland, your adrenal glands, and so forth. And these glands, like your pineal gland and your adrenal glands, regulate your stress. They regulate bonding, that's oxytocin, and it regulates your sexual function. That's your testosterone and your estrogen. So the endocrine system determines how intensely you experience reality. Now, when we go even deeper, I'm giving you the science. In your spine is something known as a cerebrospinal fluid. You know, some may think of it as semen, right? This is a clear, pressurized fluid that circulates between the brain and the spinal cord. And the purpose of the cerebrospinal fluid in you is it creates mechanical protection. It clears waste. It leads to neurochemical distribution and regulates your pressure. The key concept here is your cerebrospinal fluid determines the efficiency and coherence of neural communication, which is why for some people on the awakening journey, you may go through celibacy, or you may feel like you're alone most of the time, because your spinal fluid determines the efficiency and coherence of your neural communication. It affects how you think and see the world. So now when we come to the Kundalini is not a mystical object. The Kundalini is best defined as the emergent phenomenon that occurs when the nervous system, the endocrine system, and the cerebrospinal fluid synchronize into a vertically integrated state, right? So we know that, let me go through it again. Your nervous system controls your brain and the spinal cord and how you sense. That's how you experience reality. The endocrine system determines how intensely you experience reality. And the cerebrospinal fluid is the lubricant that ensures the efficiency and coherence of your neural communication. Now, I know we're not studying brain surgery, but I got to tell you this. We're all intelligent people, so I'm breaking it down. So the Kundalini, again, is not a mystical object. It is best defined as the coherence between your nervous system, your endocrine system, and your cerebrospinal fluid. This is how, when this is aligned, you will feel ascending somatic sensations. You know how you get a download and you feel like something's coming over your body, right? Or when you're clairsentient, you can feel. It increases your perceptual bandwidth and it heightens your interoception. So for those who are single, wondering where's my lover, where's my divine feminine, divine masculine, Kundalini is a system level coherence that is experienced subjectively. And now I want to talk about resonance. Resonance happens when two systems share a similar frequency. So if you still have hate in you, the narcissist can land. If you release the hate from you, the narcissist cannot resonate with you, because resonance is the mechanism by which humans influence each other's internal states, which is why you have to be mindful of your diet, who you talk to, who you watch, who you listen to, what you eat, what you watch. And when you come to no resonance is defined as a state in which an empath's nervous system no longer involuntarily synchronizes with externalized dysregulated systems. Who am I talking to? I gotta know I'm talking to somebody, Pathogenesis, Winksley, Shiloh Monster. Who am I talking to, Akel Bulan? Who am I talking to, Winksley? The main moment, am I talking to you? Who am I talking to? Dawn Marie, if I'm talking to you, type transform, Dawn Marie. I want to know. Now, let me talk about the narcissistic system as a suppression field of your nervous system and all the things we've talked about. The narcissism, and narcissistic abuse must be understood as a system, not a personality. You heard? Narcissist must be understood as a system, right? Not a personality. Jane, see, I don't understand your question. You have to say it again. I don't get your question. Meaning that to define a narcissistic system is a closed loop regulatory system that maintains internal stability through external control rather than internal integration. You understand what I'm saying? Jane, I don't think you're in the right place. I think you're in the wrong place. This life is probably not for you, so you got to get out of here. I don't know what this deal is with this nonsense. Wild one. We don't got time for that. This is a sacred space. You heard? We just deal with sacred vibes. So if you cannot be sacred, then this is not the place for you. Just scroll on, you see? But let me keep going. For those who are here, I'm very grateful for you. Narcissism requires constant input. Narcissism cannot process contradiction. And narcissism disrupts other systems to maintain dominance. So the mechanisms of suppression is when an empath is born into or works in or lives nearby or interacts with any narcissistic system, your intuition is overridden. Your emotional signals are invalidated. And your nervous system becomes dysregulated. What does this lead to? It leads to a reduced vagal tone. You can't regulate yourself. You become fragmented. And this prevents the kind of vertical integration with your Kundalini, meaning that your energy cannot move from the lower centers, which is your instinct and your sexuality. That's the root chakra, to the higher centers, which is your crown chakra. And the higher centers is where you have your perception meaning. This is the crown chakra. So if you are in the lower center, you are stuck with your sexual energy, wanting to have sexual release everywhere you go, with every man, woman, or person you can find. But let me tell you, when you exit a narcissistic system, that narcissistic system does not return to baseline. It rebounds. Am I talking to you? I want to know I'm talking to you. Somebody let me know I'm talking to you. It rebounds. Because when you leave a narcissistic system, I'm going to tell you about 3 things that happen. First of all, there is a dysregulated activation where there are emotional surges, right? Anxiety, heightened sensitivity, even somatic sensations in your body. What is actually happening is there's an increase in available energy without a structure to hold it. So you move from a dysregulated activation to reorganization when you leave a narcissistic system, where your system begins to reestablish a relationship with your breath. You restore your spinal mobility. You stabilize your hormonal cycles. These are the conditions for your Kundalini activation. Is this message for you? Who am I talking to? And when your Kundalini is activated, just like when your third eye is open, your pineal gland is clear, is integration. And at this point, you're no longer reactive. You only respond. This is self-regulation. Now, I want to talk to you about sexual energy as a core variable. We're all grown-ups here, right? Sexual energy is the bioenergetic expression of reproductive, hormonal, and dopamine energetic systems that are combined. Sexual energy is not separate from the body. Sexual energy is the body's highest density energy system. Am I talking to you? Let me say it again. Sexual energy is the bioenergetic expression of the reproductive, hormonal, and dopamine-related systems combined. Dopamine can mean pleasure, meaning your sexual energy is not separate from your body. Your sexual energy, which is related to your Kundalini, Leon, is the body's highest density energy system. Am I talking to you, Granny Hummingbird? Dawn Marie? Now, let me tell you what happens to your sexual energy after narcissistic abuse. After narcissistic abuse, your sexual energy may become externalized for validation. You want to go date, you want to go do all these things, fine. Your sexual energy becomes linked to your trauma cycles. Woman, be mindful of your womb, what you're allowing in. The men, be mindful of what you're prodding. And non-binary people, beware of what you're commingling with. Because there is distortion in your sexual energy after narcissistic abuse. So how do you escape? For some people choose celibacy, where there's reduced external discharge for men and women and non-binary people, which increases internal pressure. And that internal pressure from not releasing your sexual energy through other people enhances your vertical Kundalini energy movement. So celibacy can be an accelerated integration of system coherence. But celibacy may not be the thing for everyone all the time. So some talk about conscious sexuality. And conscious sexuality requires a nervous system that is stable and a nervous system that maintains internal awareness during copulation, during sexual interaction. And the net effect is when you're having sex consciously, your energy circulates without fragmentation. Am I talking to you? If I'm talking to you, let me know I'm talking to you. I want to know I'm talking to you. I need some salt in my life. Am I talking to you? Am I talking to you? I want to know I'm talking to somebody here. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? We're going deep here. And if I'm talking to you, I want to type transform in the comments. I want to know I'm talking to you. You see, whether you're practicing celibacy or conscious sexuality, you must be conscious and aware. You see, and this is Fight for Love by Salt. Fight for Love. Conscious sexuality is what we're talking about. I see Fight for Love. Conscious sex, before I keep going, conscious sexuality. This is the message. You see? Now let me go into the pineal gland and perception as it relates to the Kundalini, your sexual energy, especially after narcissistic abuse. The pineal gland is a neuroendocrine structure that is responsible for your circadian rhythm and for your melatonin production, meaning that the pineal gland does not create higher perception. However, the pineal gland reduces distortion in sensory processing. So as your system stabilizes, noise decreases, your signal clarity increases. This creates the experience of seeing more. You see, this is why it's important to be mindful of your sexual exchange with the wrong people or with people who are still deep in trauma, because you invite that trauma into your womb, into your phallus. You see? But I want to talk here about the threshold. Why most people fail here. Am I talking to you folks? Family, friends, countrymen, country people, countrywomen, global citizens? I want to tell you something here. As your Kundalini energy increases and your sexual discipline increases, and you can be a very sexual being. When I talk about don't hold back your sexuality, because being spiritual is sensual. You're right, Leon. The system encounters a threshold. And the threshold is the amount of energy and information a nervous system can process without destabilizing. Meaning that if your energy exceeds capacity is where you have anxiety and dissociation. If your energy matches capacity is where you have clarity, presence, and precision. And no resonance is a stabilized state in which your system no longer involuntarily synchronizes with external dysregulated systems. Now, if you understand this, you would never share a bed with a dysregulated person by choice. You won't. It doesn't matter how desperate you get. No resonance is a stabilized state in which the individuals no longer involuntarily synchronize with externally dysregulated systems. This means no more trauma bonding. This means no more emotional hijacking. This means no more attraction to distortion. And by the way, do you all know that narcissists use sex as a key tool? The narcissist can get really freaky with your sexuality. Be careful, be mindful, not careful, be mindful. Especially if it's an intimate partner. Has anyone had that experience? Some of these narcissists are just genius with the way they will turn you on. But when you are in a place of no resonance, Leon, your nervous system is regulated. All of them, the main moment, your energy is internally contained and directed, and your perception is accurate. So the narcissist can no longer hook into your emotional patterns and use sex. They can no longer trigger unconscious responses, and they cannot create attachment loops with you. What does this mean? You begin to perceive dysfunction without reacting. Have you ever had a disagreement with your narcissistic ex and they think they'll trap you with sex? Because the moment they do that, you're back under the spell. So you as an empath is no longer sensitive, overgiven, and reactive, because when you align with your Kundalini, you become a high coherent system capable of perception without entanglement. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the final form. This is the final form. And this is how you avoid any further karmic contracts with any narcissistic entity. Because the fastest way to get you is to hijack your Kundalini energy. You see? And let me tell you more. You see, the narcissist The narcissist suppresses you this way because they don't want your love. They want your access. The narcissist doesn't want your love. They don't even want your access to your heavenly parts. They want access to your being. They want to colonize you. That's a soul tie, Dawn Marie. And the narcissist is a destabilized system. You see, and they want to get into you in this way. So they force resonance with sexuality. Because once they can hijack your sexuality, they hijack your cerebrospinal fluid, you cannot think clearly. And you are not migrated from the lower chakras, which is your root chakra, to your crown chakra. The root chakra is for insecurity and sexual energy. And if mismanaged, becomes the way the narcissist entraps you. Am I making sense to you? You see, this is what they do. This is exactly the game they play. This is how they use sex. This is how they hijack your Kundalini energy. And the narcissist will shut down your Kundalini energy. They will steal your sexual energy. They will send you energetic thoughts. You would have dreams of being involved in an enmeshment with them. These are all attempts to access your Kundalini energy. Now, what I'm saying to you is very, very spiritual. You see? So narcissists often fear your celibacy. Narcissists fear your sexual discipline. Narcissists fear that you have sex consciously. You see? Because when they have no access to your sexual energy, they cannot hoover. They cannot use jealousy. They cannot use sex to re-enter you. Oh, I'm so sorry, Leon. They cannot triangulate you. You see? So this is not about some morality clause about being moral. This is about being spiritual. You see? No resonance does not automatically mean that you don't have sex again. It means your sexuality is no longer organized around trauma, extraction, or unconscious coupling. I got to say it again. No resonance does not mean a person must never have sex again. No resonance means that your sexuality is no longer organized around trauma, around extraction, or unconscious coupling. I got to say it again. No resonance does not mean a person must never have sex again. It means your sexuality is no longer organized around trauma, extraction, or unconscious coupling. You see? This is what he's talking about. This is the whole point. And at this point, I gotta listen to this song by Tank called Value. And even though he's singing this song from a male's perspective, it is relevant to all empaths. You see? All empaths everywhere. This song by Tank called Value. I know my value. I know my value. This is Tank. Value. Value. I know my value. To anybody who's been exploited sexually, who's been abused by a narcissist, I'm going to sing this with Tank for you. I'm not a machine. Here's the song, Value by Tank. How did it get wrong? Why did you talk to me like you're crazy? That didn't take long. Alter ego has always been waiting. Thought we had a fight. Thought we had a good thing going. Thought we had a ride. You think you're meant to fit, I'm not knowing. I just want to be the man and I'm not me. I'm not a machine, I'm just a human being. I should be probably treated like an expensive thing. Cause I know my value. Even if you don't see it, I'm worth more than what you're offering me. And I won't be defeated. I know my value. Come on now. Trust and believe it. I've got more than you could give to me, so I really don't need it. Oh, come on. Come on. Look how I treat you. I just ask you to return the favor. I never cheat you. Every minute with you I savor. Thought you felt the same. Thought you saw the king. Come on, tank. Picture in the frame. All of us together now. I want freedom. I just want to be seen for the man I can be. I'm not a machine. I'm just a human being. I should be treated like an expensive thing. Because I know my value. Even if you don't see it. I'm worth more than what you're offering me. And I won't be defeated. I know my value. Trust and believe it. I've got more than you could give to me. So I really don't need it. Ooh, oh, come on. This is tag value. Come on. Can you tell I've been there? Can you tell I've been where you've been? Know your value. Know your value. I'll put some tax on it. Treat yourself with value and respect. Don't give away your Kundalini energy for free. Who am I talking to? I want to know I'm talking to you. John, no. Who am I reaching today? Who am I reaching today? Know your value. Know your value. You're not better than anybody and you're not worse than anybody. But you are somebody. And you're nobody at the same point. I love the hat. This is the whole point. When you start to see your value, because you know you are wonderfully made, you're an empath. You are an empath. So come into no resonance. The narcissist does not merely want your love, they want jurisdiction over your system. They want your attention to regulate their instability. They want your body to process their contradictions. They want your sexuality to fuel their false self. And your empathy buffers their emptiness. But once your Kundalini begins to rise in the right way, once your breath deepens, once your perception clarifies, once your sexual energy purifies and your nervous system stabilizes, you begin to exit that frequency. And when you reach no resonance, the game ends. I need some Jodeci in my life. Come and talk to me. I'm feeling like a lover man. Talk to me. Talk to me. I need some talk to me from Jodeci. I need some talk to me from Jodeci. Come and talk to me. Come on, Jodeci. I need some old school 90s R&B up in here. You see? This is what it is. So remember, learn to date yourself. Learn to flirt with yourself. Then your divine partner will find you. Come on, Casey. No, this is JoJo. No, this is Casey Haley. What? Come on, Jodeci. All right. Oh, no. What? Come on. I get my thoughts together. Oh, come on, Casey Haley. I forget what to say. What? I self am master. That's it. Turn me on. Ooh. Come on. Come and talk to me. Yay. Can I talk to you? I want to know. Ça va, Blue à maison? Et Chéri Coco, comment ça va? Come on. That's what this is about. You understand? Leon, you know where to find me. I'm in Seattle, baby. This is what it is. Come on now. Oh, North Carolina's finest. This is about love. Fall in love with yourself. You heard me? Come on, Casey Haley. Oh, this is JoJo, I guess. There we go. This is the message, folks. Self-love. Come and talk to me. Come on now. Ça va, Troy Bailey. On dit quoi? Comment ça va? On dit quoi? This is what it is, baby. This is what it is. You understand? I want to know. Come on, Casey Haley. Oh, folks, I want to thank you for your time and attention, yeah? Sending your love wherever you are. Love and happiness and joy. And be aware of your Kundalini energy. Be aware of your Kundalini energy. Be mindful of your Kundalini energy because there's no one like you. There's no one like you. There's no one like you. So I'm ending today with this closing song called Speak. This is Speak by the Glow Frequency. Speak. This is Empath music. Speak by the Glow Frequency. I'll be back here on Friday, fun day. Book a free session or a complimentary session with me at innermileage.com. Book a complimentary session with me at innermileage.com. I also have a course on there called Escaping Narcissistic Abuse. You check it out. You understand? Check it out. Wesh by Troy Bailey. This is what it is. Check out my Escaping Narcissistic Abuse course at innermileage.com. You want to talk to me? Book a session with me at Inner Mileage. And I'll tell you what it is. Yes, the retreat is coming. It's coming. So this is what it is, folks. More soon, yes? Thank you so much. Speak life into your life. Oh, Blue Amazon. When did we talk? What's your first name? Remind me, Blue Amazon. You gotta remind me. You're hiding, Blue Amazon 888. I'm impressed you keep coming back, and I love you and keep coming back. One love, you understand? Yes, like butter. You said in the main moment, like butter love. Yeah. So today we played Value by Tank. Value by Tank, Tank. We just played Speak by the Glow Frequency. We played Chant a Psalm a Day by Steel Pulse. This is what it is. Hey, I'm so glad. Cocoa Beach. I remember. Okay, there you are. Blessed love, yes? So, folks, thank you so much. See you again on Friday. One love. Selassie is the ruler. And remember, the great Tupac said, to every dark night is a bright morning. Remember that. You cannot have a bright morning without a dark night. That's the great Tupac Shakur. To every dark night is a bright morning. And remember, the way out is in. The way to love is through hate. The way to joy is through sadness. The way to awakening is through suffering. That's the first noble truth. You understand? So innermileage.com. Book a session with me at innermileage.com. Oh, Fran. Ça va. Fran. Tudo bem. French and Portuguese. Tudo bem? Everything is good, Fran? Hugs to you. Love, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning, Monique. You said that, my sister. So love you guys, yeah. One love against the party. This is a real spiritual against the party, Leon. You know what it is? One love, all inner mileage, signing off. May you be abundant, may I be abundance. May I be joyful, may you be joyful. May you know happiness, may I know happiness. May I be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. Yes? Obrigado, obrigada. Thank you so much. Madame Wasi, merci beaucoup. Merci, merci. Shukran, shukran, shukran. Tashia Kolash. Tashia Kolash. Madame Wasi, papa. Madame Wasi. Grazie mille. Grazie mille. Grazie, grazie, grazie. Yes, choose. Danke, danke, danke. Thank you. Thank you. Tak. All is good. Tak, 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 tak. Shukran, shukran. Tashia Kolash. Yes. I wish everybody a merhaba. Have a blessed day. We'll see you back on Friday. And if you need help in cracking your own codes from a mirror, book a session with me, a complimentary session with me at innermileage.com, where you can also check out my course, Escaping Narcissistic Abuse. We've got other things coming in the future, but this is what it is. Merci by Troy Bailey. One love, yes? One love. One love. Peace and light. Yeah. Peace. Peace and light.